Hello everyone, welcome. If you watched my last video, it's like an hour-long vlog of kind of just a week in my life of me doing random things. One of the main things that I was documenting was the fact that I'd moved into a new room. So I still have my old room with all the bookshelves that you all know and see in the background of all my videos, but I moved into a new room to use as my main bedroom, and I actually have some shelves in here as well as another bookshelf that I put in here. So we have lots of shelf space, which means more books, which means bookshelf organizing. In that vlog, I decorated the shelves a little bit. As you can see, I just like have some things up here, but I'm not satisfied with them and it was never supposed to be finalized in any kind of way anyways. So I wanted to make an entire video just kind of dedicated to organizing these new bookshelves with you. I brought a bunch of books from my other shelves in here so that I could use them to decorate these and organize them. I'm not sure if I'll need more or less. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But before we get any further into the video, I do want to let you all know about the sponsor for today's video, which is Skillshare. Skillshare is the largest online learning platform for creatives. They have thousands of different creative classes in all types of categories. There's film, photography, illustration, writing, from beginner all the way to advanced classes. So regardless of what kind of creative skill you're interested in learning, they definitely have a class for you. I've briefly alluded to this and mentioned it in a couple of past videos, but a skill that I really want to work on and develop are my writing skills and creative writing in particular. So I've been really loving this creative writing bootcamp that's meant to help you start a story and help you build the foundations for your story. I'm such a novice when it comes to writing and I feel like I have so much more to learn, and sometimes it can just be really hard to motivate yourself when you're feeling that way. So taking these classes really helps me feel like I can do it, and getting tips and advice from somebody who knows what they're doing really helps to motivate me. So if you're interested in learning a new skill through Skillshare, the first 500 people to use my link in the description will receive a 1-month free trial. So be sure to check it out and get started today. But again, thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. And without any further ado, let's get into the bookshelf reorganizing. So before we officially get started, let me show you what we're dealing with. Like I said, if you watched my last vlog, you already kind of saw this, but this is what we have right now. None of it is fully set. I just kind of placed things. This shelf I do kind of like. I might leave that, but we might still touch it a bit and fix things up. But this obviously is like super empty and I need to place a lot of books and just my knickknacks and stuff on there. I do think that mirror will stay there, however, because I like it. It's eye level. I can always like check my makeup or something before I leave. This is perfect here, but the rest of it definitely needs work. And then over here, again, if you watched my last video, you saw this already, but we have these two shelves that I've like kind of done. This is probably gonna stay. And then that I might change up a bit. The plant will probably stay, and then empty, except for a photograph, ignore that. My book nook, which I was working on again in the last video, my electronics and stuff are there, ignore all that. And then random things on the bottom. So we need to work with this. These are the books that I brought in here. You obviously can't see them all, but I brought quite a few. I'm kind of thinking of just making this room my favorites. Like I think I'm just gonna put favorite books in here because that just feels right. I brought a good number, but I have a feeling it might not be enough. I might need to go back to the other room and grab some more, but we'll see. So yeah, those are the shelves that we're working with and the books that we've got. I'm thinking I want to start with this shelf right here, and then we'll move on to the other individual standing bookshelf. I think I want to put most of the books on that standing shelf and put some more knickknacks and things up on these floating shelves. I'm obviously still going to put books on here, but I just like the look of this being a little bit more sparse and not too crowded. But then we'll put all the main books on the other one. We'll figure it out. I don't know, I might completely change my mind. I am so indecisive when it comes to organizing my bookshelves. Let's get started on here. I think that if I put you there, you can kind of see them all. You can see how tall they are. This top one is pretty tall, so I don't really want to put things that I want to reach for anything regularly up here. That's why the mirror is down here, because it's good eye level for me. The only things I'm like solidly set on this shelf are the mirror, which I mentioned already. The picture up there will probably stay there for now. I want to hang it eventually, but for now it's just going to stay up there. And my plant is staying here too because it gets some good sunlight and I like it hanging down. And then this little stack of books right here with my pretty bust candle that I also mentioned in my last vlog. I like the look of this, but it's not necessarily going to stay here. So that can move around. It's mostly just that and the mirror that have to stay kind of where they are. They don't have to, but I want them to. And then everything else can move around and we can add whatever else. So Let's see. So you can see here that this little stack of books is, I have the picture of Dorian Gray, this dictionary of obscure sorrows. It basically just has a bunch of obscure words that people don't use very frequently. And then on the very bottom, I have this, The Complete Works of Wilde, of Oscar Wilde, that I got at a library book sale for like $1. And I think this book was printed in like 1930 or 1940 or something, which was really cool. I just loved the way that the spine looked. So I like that little stack, but we might move that around. And I just have a picture frame with me and my sister, so that'll also find a place. Let's start with this shelf and then work around that. Okay, so these are some of the books that I brought with me into this room, starting with a bunch of my special editions and like leather bound books. These aren't all of them. I don't know if I want to put them all in here or if I just want to put select ones in here. I haven't decided on that, but these are very heavy, so let me put them down for a sec. There, you can see them very nicely. Okay, I already have one sitting on that other shelf. I have a copy of Jane Eyre, but I brought like a few of the ones that I really like, books I really like slash ones I really want to read. Most everything in here is going to be books I've already read, but I'm keeping a couple of like the special edition ones that I haven't read in here just because they're so pretty. But I do want to have a shelf that has a few of the hardback leather-bound editions of my books, or like the collector's editions, just because I think it would look nice. So I'm either going to do that on here or we'll do it on the top shelf. Maybe the top shelf, actually. I look so short from this angle, but I'm thinking we put like some of these up here. I feel like that would look really nice. It's already looking really cute. You do see the vision? You can't see it too clearly, but I feel like up there might be a really good place for some of those. Or do I put the Jane Austens up there? That actually might look good. Well, I also have Frankenstein here, so it's kind of like a mixture. I don't know. Do they all go up there? Is that too heavy? Decisions. No, that actually looks kind of cute. I think I just need to find something to put on top of here and then a couple little decorations here and there, and that might be good. I think we're gonna stick with the special editions at the top here. Okay, that's good for now. Moving back over to this middle shelf, I was thinking of putting my book nook that I made on this shelf. It's still incomplete. If you watched my last vlog, I'm sorry to keep mentioning it. It's just, it provides the relevant information. But if you watched my last vlog, I made this book nook in that video, which was a process, but I've still yet to attach the wiring so that the lights can come on, so ignore that for now. But I'm thinking of putting it on one of these shelves because I want to be able to see it, except I think if I put it here, it looks too monochromatic, and I want to spread the color and the earthy tones around so nothing is too colorful in one place or too earthy in another place. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with this yet. I want it here because I want to be able to look at it, but it might look better on the other shelf. We have to hold off. So I think we are just gonna have to go with some more books on here. So let me just pull up a few more of these. Still don't know what I'm doing, but I did make a little kind of like small books slash poetry little stack. I have one more. I have one that was also sitting on the other shelf that kind of just didn't fit. So I feel like this would be a cute little stack to keep together. Not necessarily here, but somewhere. And then I grabbed some more. Obviously, there's a bunch more. We're kind of just gonna go with like color scheme because there isn't really a theme to any of these necessarily. They're all kind of intermixed at this point. But I grabbed just like a few favorites just to kind of see placement wise where I want to put things. So let's move these small ones out of the way. I feel like they have to be standing because those are leaning. So we need some balance. Do I like that though? Unsure. I think we're gonna have to have fewer books on here. I think too many books on this shelf is not gonna work. Usually when I do bookshelf organizations, I kind of just like speed through the footage so that you guys just don't have to watch me standing there being indecisive most of the time. But this time you're just gonna have me yapping through the entire thing and like my whole thought process as I do it. So you can really see what the true experience of being in here is like while I do this. I'm very particular when it comes to decorating my shelves. It usually takes me days, and that's because those are obviously very big and have a lot more room. So hopefully this should only take me this afternoon, but we'll see. Okay, I kind of just liked this picture frame. Oh, this is opening. I liked this picture frame sitting here, so I think I still want to keep this here. Maybe we'll move it around a bit, but I don't know what to put here. I don't want something too tall because this is already tall, but also not something too short because it also has to balance out the top part of that. See, these are the things I think. You know what, this dreaded evil middle shelf, let's come back to her again. I know I still haven't done anything with it and I keep skipping around, but we're coming back to you later. We're going to the next shelf. Have to crouch down for this one, but bottom shelf time. Let's move this out of the way because I don't want to put these books here, and we'll just move these for now. Oh, I forgot I had a bunch of thumbtacks here. The only thing obviously that is staying is this. I think this is gonna have to be the shelf that just has some books on it. So let's start with that stack that I had from earlier and see how this goes. These are gonna have to be standing up. Yes, I am on the floor testing out which books I like the look of on here. That looks good. What do we think? I think I hate it. There are too many hardbacks and they're all too tall. So we need some more variety. Okay, this I might like. We've got something to work with. People ask me a lot of the time what I use to decorate my shelves or like where I get the ideas or anything from it. I really like using purses. Honestly, I have like a couple like little ones that I think are kind of cute. This one is really small. She's very tiny. She's made entirely of pearls. Not super usable, but perfect for certain outfits. So I don't reach for it very often, which means it makes great decor as well. So I really like putting this places, except I think it's too gold of the gold. So this one might actually have to go on the shelf above. So now we just need something here to break up the golds and the books. But the question remains, what? You know what, actually? The book nook might look cute here. Let's see how that fits in here. Actually, that might be really cute. Hold on. Okay, I think I kind of love that. I think that's staying there. I just need to get that wiring attached, and this is gonna look so good here as like a little light as well, because there are no lights on this shelf either, except this. My little glowing bunny that you tap to change color. This also has to go somewhere. But okay, I do really like this. So now I just need like a little decor piece here, I think, and then this shelf will basically be done. Okay, we've lost the sun entirely because I did start this like half an hour before sunset, but that's not the point. What I kind of want here is like a little wicker catch-all basket. I feel like that would be really cute and also just convenient to have here. But because I don't have that right now, I think I'm just gonna lean these two journals that I actually use just right here, because I feel like that, oh no, let's not drop the mirror, because I feel like that will just fill this space nicely. This one might have to go first. And then I think I can just put like something small here as like another little decor piece, but I think that looks good. I'm happy with it, and I am my harshest critic, so it's fine. Back up to this middle shelf, the dreaded middle shelf. Let me clear some of these things off first so that we have a cleaner workspace again. I think I want to move over to this side, maybe like towards the middle. I don't know exactly where yet, but not on this side. And then trying to balance out colors is like what I'm trying to do. I think I still want my kalimba on here. I like the colors of it. I think it adds some warmth and dimension. But I want to move these colors away and onto this side because we have a lot of brown on this side down here. So we're trying to balance that, you see? Unsure if it'll stay there, but we just moved it over for now. This I want on this side, I think. We need things around that. We could prop this up. I might hate that in 5 minutes. Or actually just right now. Okay, had to shut off the camera for a minute so I could think. But this is kind of where we're at now. This hasn't really changed. That's there. I put the kalimba back after so much deliberation. And then in this corner, I don't think you can see very well from this angle, but I put my little bunny lamp in the corner there. It's kind of hidden behind the plant, but honestly, it's okay. I'm mostly just trying to cover this like wooden box that I've used to prop the purse on. So yeah, a little bunny lamp is here, picture frame. The purse is up there. I just don't know what to put here. I wish I had something to display. I could put like a little plushie up there. I don't really know what good that would do. Like, I mean, it's like kind of cute. Hold on. Wait, no, wait. Why am I a little obsessed? It's so cute. I could change it out seasonally. I could change this out for something Halloween themed or holiday themed or spring or whatever. That would be really cute, actually. I think I'm gonna leave it there. I like kind of love it. And it's just been sitting in my closet. This is like my favorite plushie, so I think it might have to stay. I don't know, I'm kind of obsessed with the balance of like dark academia aesthetic of like these Oscar Wilde books, these also like very old books with the bust candle and like the purse and everything with like the little squishmallow and the bunny lamp. It's kind of cute. I feel like it's also just very representative of who I am. I don't know, I think it's cute. I'm keeping it there for now. I might change my mind later, but right now it makes me happy. Oh my god, okay, and you know what I can put right here? I wanted, like I said, like a wicker catch-all basket. Maybe I can find one and actually use one here. But I have this little candle holder that my friend got me that has a little hedgehog on it, but I don't burn candles very much. But I still want to use this, and I can just use this to put like lipsticks or something in and just put it here. And then I can just have a couple of my lipsticks right by my mirror, so if I'm running out the door and I just need to reapply. I love functionality. These shelves are done. Let's do a full look at them. So these are the completed shelves here. I will give you a nice close-up look. I'll film some B-roll footage for you so the lighting is nice tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. We'll start with the bottom shelf. I added a little more to it. Just these two little forest spirits. I like using them to decorate my shelves. I just think they're so cute. And then moving up to the middle shelf, the dreaded middle shelf that took me forever, I added a couple more knickknacks. I added this jewelry holder that I had on my other bookshelf, this other little, I don't even know what it is, tiny little ceramic jar that my friend gave me. And yeah, again, like I said, I just like that this is such a mix of cutesy but also earthy. I don't know, I don't like labeling things as specific aesthetics, honestly. I feel like it's so limiting, but I feel like it's representative of me, which is all that matters. And then the top shelf here, I added a couple more details. I added this wand that I have from Salem. I bought it in Salem, Massachusetts when I went and visited there. And then I added my tarot deck at the very top here, and also a candle as a bookend and another little forest spirit. So yeah, that's this set of shelves completed. Let's go on to the other one that I didn't really touch at all in this video. I just changed one thing, so I want to show it to you. The only thing I changed here is that I changed the plushie that was here because it was bothering me that like straight across I had two of the same type of plushie and they looked too similar. So I changed it up. And this one's also a sea creature, so it kind of goes with the little sea creature theme I have going. I just added the little prints right here, so just switched that up. But I think this is gonna stay like this. I really like this lamp that I have here. I also got this in the vlog, so you saw me haul it in that. I was planning to put it on my desk actually, but I got a second one, slightly different, to put on my desk and this one to use here. I thought it fit in well and it adds some light over here, which is nice. Okay, we've now moved over to this shelf. You saw the top shelf, the top two shelves that I've already done. Basically, it's just these two shelves that we kind of need to do and this very bottom one that you can't see. There's like a tiny little space in the bottom, but I'm not too pressed about that. It's mostly just these, which I think I'm essentially just gonna fill with books. This is kind of doubling as just like extra bookshelf space slash where I'm gonna store my favorite books. Obviously, I have favorites up on those shelves too, but this is just gonna be the rest of my favorite books. So yeah, we're just gonna move the books onto here and arrange them in an order that looks kind of decent. So my rule for this is that I didn't really bring any series apart from this one that you see here, just because I have two copies of this, so I didn't want to leave the duplicates in there. I think I'm gonna bring anything that I have duplicate copies of into here probably, just to save some space in there. And if I have a duplicate copy, it's usually because it's a favorite anyway, so it can be in here. But I'm not really doing series. I just feel like that's gonna be too much in here. But I do have a couple of books that are like the first book in a series or something, and then everything else pretty much is just standalone, so it shouldn't take up too much space in here. I think that I'll be able to squeeze everything in, hopefully with room to spare. The one thing that I do really want to buy though, that I've been wanting to buy for a long time, is like a special edition of the Hunger Games books. So I was thinking about bringing that in here, but I think I'm gonna get like a certain edition that I want, those like gold foily ones, if you know what I'm talking about. I'll put a picture here. Those foiled editions I just think are so pretty of the original trilogy, and I kind of want to get those to put in here because I think they would look really cute. These are also not going in any particular order right now. They will be completely rearranged. Okay, I definitely have room to bring in some more because this is all I have left. Oh, I still need to fasten this to the wall, so don't talk about it. Okay, this didn't even take up a whole shelf and we have a whole empty shelf. So I'm gonna go get some more books. Okay, more books acquired. I didn't bring too many because I don't want to fill it up entirely. I want to leave space for new books and things. I don't want this to be too cramped and crowded. Obviously, also, like I said, I want to get those Hunger Games books, so that's 3 more books. But yes, I think for now, this should be a good amount. I brought one of my Six of Crows set in here because I have 2 copies of this, so I just left the other ones in there. I am going to speed this part up because this is just going to be me moving things around a little bit. So there's gonna be no talking. I'm very sorry. Maybe I'll voice over. not actually a picture frame, but I'm using it as a substitute for now, just to see, because I want to frame this picture, just to see what like a frame would look like down here. But besides that, I think we might be done. Okay, this is how this shelf looks. So these two you already saw. I'd already done these in the previous video, but I did change up that plushie and moved it from those shelves that are behind me now. And then moving on to the two shelves we just did, those are the books and how I arranged them, and the few on the bottom, and then the picture frame there. I'm probably going to rearrange these a million times, to be honest with you, and whenever I get new books, I'll boot some back to the other bookshelves and replace some of the ones here and just like switch things up. But I also still have like a little bit of room at the bottom, so I might put a couple books there too. But yeah, I have plenty of space in here, which is really nice. And I will get a picture frame, like a real one, to put there, or maybe I'll move it up to there and switch some of that around. But for now, I think this turned out nicely. There you have it. That is my completed bookshelf reorganization. New bookshelf organization? I don't really know what to call it. But I'm so happy with how it all turned out. This was actually really motivational for me. I feel like I needed the accountability to actually force myself to finish this up. Otherwise, I would have just stayed half finished for too long. But yeah, I think they turned out really nicely. They feel so much more full, and it feels really warm and just homier in here, which is what I've been wanting. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this simple little video. I just kind of wanted to bring you through the process of doing this and the process that goes on in here as I do this. As you can see, I'm very nitpicky about what I like. I might wake up tomorrow morning and decide I don't like certain things about this. That's very possible. It happens more often than you'd think. But for right now, I am very pleased with it. If you would like to see more videos like this, more room decor kind of videos, I've been wanting to make them since I'm kind of redoing this room. But if there are any other specific videos you'd like to see, please let me know. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social media, all my links are in the description box as always. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!